Hello, everyone. This is YaYa, the spiritual doula. Thank you for tuning in with me. I hope that you are doing well, enjoying your day, night, whatever time you're seeing this. I'm excited. I'm like more excited about what's getting ready to happen, and what the mother has prepared for those who honor her, right? But she has no respect of persons, okay? She's not like the other entity. Oh, they go a red cardinal. Hey, ancestor, you would come in my line of vision while I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, right? So I have a message. I was in meditation earlier, and right before, if you've watched my video about the conversation with Patrick Swayze that I had, well, right before that conversation with him, I was asking the mother if there's anything she wants me to say to the divine feminines. And y'all know I come on here and give sacred empowerments to the divine feminines. So this is what I just want to tell you what she had to say. And hopefully you will be enlightened and empowered by it, okay? So she told me to tell the divine feminines that you are in a very fruitful time. Some things you've been working on, some things you've been hoping for, some things you have been manifesting. You are bearing fruit. You are about to give birth. Okay? Because I heard her literally say, tell them to push. Tell them to push. Because this is your time to bear fruit. All right? She also said that a lot of us have been battling delusions, illusions that have been perpetrated upon us. And we're coming out of those delusions about who we are, what power we have, how we're supposed to act and carry ourselves, what we're supposed to do and not do, and say and not say, and be and not be. And we've been literally suffocated with a false sense of what is a woman, what is feminine and what is not. And so she said that we are exiting out of those delusions and those illusions, but we must push. It's like the fullness of the gestation of what we have been birthing, whether consciously or unconsciously, whether you know or you didn't know that you was impregnated with something. If you didn't know, we've been impregnated with something, and we've been carrying this baby for a while now. Okay? And she just simply told me to tell you all, to encourage you all to push. Push. Push now. Push. Like, define who you are, what you are, how you're going to move, how you're going to show up, how you're going to be. Define it now. Like, birth it now. Because the delusion and the illusion of what you can't do and you can do and you can't be and you can be and you can't get paid and you can't get paid at and you can't, that's over. That's over. It's coming to a close, which means it's closed, right? Because, see, what we have to remember, and I always tell people this, when you see something manifesting in the physical realm is delayed to the spiritual realm. So if it's closing in the physical realm, it's already closed in the spiritual. Okay? The spiritual first. When something happens in the spirit, there's a slight delay because we are under time. Okay? So there's a delay as to when it manifests in the physical. So when you hear me say it is closing and it is closed, it's closing in the 3D, the illusion, the portal, the realm, the perpetration of delusion and illusion upon the divine feminines is closing. So it is closed. It is a closed issue in the spirit, which is why she's telling you to push it. Push. Okay? Don't back down. Don't take down. Don't shrink. Don't waver. In your individual lives, birth what you want to see. Birth what you want to be. Define that for yourself. I'm not going to go into the patriarchy because it doesn't matter whether it's another male or another female, another whoever and whatever. There is nobody else right now who can define you for you. And when you take on that mindset, it doesn't matter whether it's a man, woman, a cat, or a dog. It doesn't matter. You understand? We are moving. We've been in a season of tear it down. Tear down the structures that have been placed in society to the benefit of our suppression. Emotional, mental, physical, sexual, financial suppression. The structures, those paradigms are coming down. And we have been paramount at their destruction. But what I feel she is saying is that we now need to push into now that we have destroyed, what are we building? What does it need to look like? If it's not going to look like that anymore, what does it need to look like? If that's not acceptable anymore, then what is acceptable? And there is no one who can set that marker or that standard, that precedence besides us. In your individual lives first, in your individual communities first, with your children that you gave birth to first. And then abroad. Right? And I'm hearing her say, be real careful, however, to not go into a feminine toxicity. Be real careful not to go into a feminine toxicity. The true mark of leadership is not expressed through an abuse of power. The true mark of leadership is expressed through wisdom. So in the tearing and the building, we must use wisdom in how we bring down and erect. We must use wisdom, because you can bring down to the point to where you've utterly destroyed everything. It's so that you don't even have any space to rebuild. So there's a wisdom, there's a spiritual wisdom that only we gonna have because of the nature of femininity and the energy, the position, right? So push deeper into the spirit, deeper into spiritual wisdom. Don't box spirit in as to how it can bring you wisdom. Don't box it in, because the second you box it in, spirit will retreat. It'll retreat. So, because it's fluid. You ever tried to put water in a cardboard box? You know, it's not much that can actually hold water indefinitely, because it can be transformed into so many different forms. It's fluid. It's air. It's solidity. You can't just you understand? It'll take the shape of whatever you put it in. But once you put it in something, all you will ever have is the water that is in that. You will never have more. So you don't box spirit in. You allow it to be fluid as it reveals, as it instructs, as it guides, as it brings things in and out of your life. You don't wrestle against it. You flow with it. And that is how you gain the wisdom that the divine feminine needs to have in order to push deeper, in order to know what needs to be put in place and how to put it in place. A lot of us complain about being under the thumb and the control of the patriarchal energies in this society. But do you have a vision for what you want it to look like? Not just some random off the cuff, off the head ass, jaw jacking ass stuff. Like, do you actually have a vision? Or are you just going to tear down and figure it out later? Well, you could do that, but then you would be running the risk of creating the same kind of foolishness that the patriarchs have created, because they did not clearly don't think through. We are smarter than them. We are spiritually smarter than them. And so therefore, don't do that. Push deeper. Push deeper. Bear your fruit. Okay? So that was what she wanted me to say. And if you have not, please take the chance to like, subscribe, follow, share this post. All right? I hope you all are having a wonderful week. Hope you enjoyed your holidays. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving in particular, because it would be disloyal to my ancestors to do so. But for those of you who did, I hope the food was good. I guess that's the most I can say about that. But whatever. So I'll catch y'all on the next one, all right? Peace.